2 days, beautiful people. 2 days from the Philadelphia distance race. I can barely believe it. I wonder if I use this light, is it like too much? Does it help me, or was it like that's too much? So, yeah, 2 days out from the Philadelphia distance race. Kind of crazy to think about, seeing as if I've been training for this for a very long time, and the fact that we're already here, um, the fact that we're already here is just, I mean, I don't want to say unbelievable because it's what I've been training for, but it's great. This light's not doing it for me. I'm just gonna turn that off. But the whole reason of this video is I'm a beginner. This is my first race ever. And what am I gonna do to prep? Who knows? I do know that I had a speed workout, which I think is weird to be on a plan. And I had a speed workout Wednesday. Some pretty decent speeds for me. And my right calf had a little twang to it. And I went to do my little 3-some mile easy run today just to keep the legs moving for my race this weekend. And my right calf almost blew out, so I had to cut that run short. I mean, a little 3-some mile run short because I got scared because I'm like, I don't want to. This isn't the time to push. This isn't the time to push through injuries or something like that and recover later, because I don't have time to recover later. So now my mind is completely on straight recovery and preparation for the race, which means I'm gonna be top notch on my nutrition, top notch on my hydration, and top notch on repairing this calf now, and hopefully in a good enough time before the race. Cup half full, I'm overtrained. And I say overtrained not as in a bad way, but overtrained as in I've trained for speeds above or below, whichever way you look at it, faster than the speeds I actually need to run a 2-mile half marathon. 2 mile, I keep on saying that. A 2-hour half marathon. So, feeling pretty good until this morning, and I had my calf blowout. So I'm a little scared about that, but I'm still ready. My heart's still in the place, and God's with me, always is. And God's also with you guys. So we're just gonna go through it. This is what I'm talking about. Already back from the gym. Already told you about my run. I'm super scared and skeptical about this calf injury. It's not even really an injury. It's more like a slight sprain, but I mean, still, it's nothing you want to deal with 2 days before the race. Brings me to my first tip. The last thing you want to be doing the day of the race or the night before the race is worrying about 2 things: your hydration and your food intake. Now, for me, obviously this varies from person to person. The amount of carbs, the amount of say fats, the amount of protein, anything like that is very selective and very personal to different athletes. So for me, I have a very high metabolism, and I'm running somewhere around 40 miles a week. Now, mind you, this race that I'm racing in 2 days is my B race, so I don't have any downtime. I do this race, and I'm technically still in my training block. This is just another stepping stone of it. So I'm carbing up early because if I eat too much if I eat too much right before a long run, what I've learned about myself from experimenting with my long runs, which if you're not doing, you definitely should, because that's the only reason I know this, is that if I try to eat too heavy right before the race, I cramp up. So I don't necessarily have stomach pains, or I don't feel like I'm gonna throw up or anything like that, or like I'm not like burping up what I just ate or anything like that. But I definitely, if I eat the wrong thing at the wrong time and don't give myself enough time before the run, I will cramp up. I haven't been able to figure out exactly what causes it, like what types of foods, but I do know that if I eat too heavy before an extensive run, I will get side cramps, and it's very random. Sometimes I don't, most of the time I don't, but sometimes I do, which I want to make sure that this race isn't a do. So for this morning, I'm carbing up early, 2 days before the race, so I don't have to carb up so heavy right before the race. We're gonna start here with just 2 bagels covered in peanut butter, some honey. I'm gonna have me a banana and a protein shake. I'm injury prone personally, so not only do I have protein in here, but I drink this specific blend once a day. It's got protein in it, it's got collagen, and it's got creatine. And it's a super nice stack of a morning shake for me. And I drink this once a day. This isn't something you want to drink multiple times a day or anything like that. You'll be overdoing it on the ingredients. Now the protein, you can drink that multiple times a day, but I'm not going to drink, protein, collagen, and creatine in a shake multiple times a day. 1, that stuff's expensive, and 2, that's just overdoing it. Your body doesn't really need that much, especially since honestly a lot of it has something to do with the other, specifically the collagen and the protein. They kind of go hand in hand. So yeah, last thing you want to do is trying to shove in all of your calories right before the race. Tip number 2.
They all loud. They don't come down here and get us.
Tip number 2 for running your first marathon: plan out as much as you can. If you stay at a place, you see how she look. I mean, it ain't that bad. This place looks, on camera, it looks great. But it was honestly a little sketchy. I ain't even gonna hold you. Plan. You don't have to plan to where everything is literally down to the T, but you do want to plan enough to where you can let yourself stay at ease a little bit. Part of that,
because we ain't get no sleep tonight because we don't know where we at.
part of that is making sure that your fit is all good to go. So I'm gonna give you Sorry, Pete. I'm gonna give you guys a little fit check here real quick. Hold on, let me turn this around. So for the outerwear, it's gonna be, I don't even know how to turn this thing on. It keeps on saying like that for like sit, but
Let me see.
I don't know if like I tap that.
Excuse me. Let me see.
You figure it out. So for the outerwear, it's gonna be cold in the morning. I got this nice little Gymshark running club hoodie and sweat set kind of thing. It's got sweatpants on the inside of it, same color, same everything, and just says Gymshark Run Club on the back. For the actual race, I actually bought this fit months ago, specifically the half tights, and I had to buy the shirt a little while ago because the original shirt that I had for this was too big and would not work. So, which I honestly may be too cold tomorrow.
I have it on 69. You think that's good?
That's good. It may be too cold for this. I mean, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but this thing is like super, here we go, like super see-through. You see how you can just see everything through it right there? But yep, I got the top, the running top. I really like this one because it's got the super nice saying on there. Let me actually get that. Every pace has a place, which I think is a super nice saying because it really, really does. And then I also have my half tights, and then I even splurged and I got the Adidas freaking whatchamacallit too as well, the Adidas socks even. So that's the under, so that's the actual race fit there. This is the overfit, and then this is the actual hat that I'm going to be wearing during the race there. And then obviously my race bib. race, whatever this thing's called. I don't even know because this is my first thing, my first race. So that's gonna have to get clipped on there somewhere like that. And then the actual shirt has super nice. The race had a super nice shirt that they gave up for it too. Philadelphia Distance Run 13.1 2025. Let's go. Sponsored by Brooks. And it's actually a very super thin shirt. It's actually quite nice. I may end up having to run this tomorrow, who knows. So then there's that. Got a bunch of stuff to eat in the morning before the race. Just some bagels, peanut butter, honey, bananas. So a nice little thing there. And then I also got my fueling. Jeez, man, I can't forget the shoes. Forgot that part of the fit there. Gonna be running in the Adidas Pro 4s. These bad boys. This too shall pass. You know what I'm saying? So great. Gonna be awesome. And then for fueling, these are the gels I'm gonna use. I just use these GUs. I get them off Amazon. You can get a bulk of these for pretty cheap. And they come in the whole package. It comes with caffeinated and uncaffeinated gels. And then on the caffeinated side, there's multiple levels of it. So my plan tomorrow is to start with this bad boy right here, strawberry banana. I don't know if this thing focuses or not, but my plan, start with this strawberry banana. Strawberry banana doesn't have any caffeine in it. Then I'm gonna second that up with this salted watermelon that's got 20 grams or 20 milligrams of caffeine. Then I'm gonna finish it off with this jet blackberry. It has 40 milligrams. So my plan is to take this at 45, take this one at an hour 15, and then I'll take this one at about an hour 40, hour 35-ish maybe to top it all off and to keep myself pushing forward. That's pretty much it though. Plan as much as you can. All right. Final tip is to make sure you think of after the race as well. Kind of just as important as the beginning, during, and everything else in between. What's the first thing you're gonna want to do after your race?
Go home.
Hydrate and maybe stretch.
Perfect.
Ew, this camera got me looking ugly.
Hydrate, stretch. That's a good one. We're gonna have
recovery.
Electrolytes immediately afterwards. I actually wanted to have donuts. I wanted to have something like sugary and heartsy, like something a little thicker, something with fats, sugars, the stuff that you would normally stay away from after the run. I kind of wanted to put that back in my body, but not that big of a deal.
He ain't tell me he wanted donuts.
So water. Then this is where.
Womp, womp,
Then this is where I'm
womp.
gonna put my electrolyte mix in this one, for directly after the race.
Look at them wrinkles. See, girl, tired.
And then, super important to remember is that all that stuff needs to go in your race bag. This bag that they give you when you pick up your ballot or whatever that thing's called. You gotta put everything inside of here. You turn it in before your race. And this is the stuff that you get back after the race. So my electrolyte mixes, the donut that I did want would have went in here. And then I also have a whole nother outfit that I'm gonna fold up and put in here as well, because I'm gonna put that on after the race. So it's gonna be perfect.
And I'm not doing that. I'm wearing what I'm wearing. But he's going to be real sweaty because I'm only doing a 5K. So, yeah, so I'm going to keep on my clothes. What was that about?
1/2 marathon later.
Oh. Okay. Race is done. Already walked back to the car and everything. It's gonna have to be a debrief. Big boy debrief, because I am cooked to say the least, and I'm cooked because I sprained my calf 2 days ago, as I said in the previous tips for this video. However, I thought it would possibly maybe be okay for the race. It was absolutely terrible. It ripped 3 different times, all in under 4 miles starting the run. And I just refused to stop. I ran the fastest consistently I've ever run. I mean, that's the whole reason you train. And I decided not to stop. I said that I'll deal with the pain now and I'll suffer later. And now I'm suffering. So I mean, it was, I don't even know how many miles it was, but it was like a 20-minute walk just to get back to the car. That took more like 25, 30, just because I had to walk so slow. And my fiance just dealt with it. But it's bad. It's really bad. I can barely walk. But I honestly don't know how bad it is. I won't know how bad it is until I completely cool down, which I still don't feel like I have yet. And I thought I was feeling better because we went inside of a coffee shop that we happened to park by this morning that we didn't know. I think sitting down just made it feel better, because now when I walked out of there, it feels bad. So we're about to get on the road home. When I get home and I finally get to sit down, I'll do a race debrief.
Yeah.
And conquered.
Well, wait, let me get mine. Hey
Conquered.
guys, I got my medal. I finished my 5K in
We
like
did it.
41 minutes, and I
Which is
thought
great.
I was gonna finish in an hour. So shout out to me, shout out to you, babe. We did it. God is good.
Did it. Okay. Finally time for the race debrief, and it's a whole 2 days later. The first day, immediately after the race, I could not walk. Monday after the race, I could not walk. Today I can finally somewhat walk comfortably, and I've come out to this nice area out here in my local surrounding everything in Newark, to this nice little bench that people fish at. So there's all kinds of stuff on here, as you could imagine, if you fish. Anyways, that's neither here or there. I'm already getting sidetracked. I'm very happy that I waited 2 days to do this race debrief, because it's given me some clarity. I've had some time to think, and what I thought was the most worst possible race debut I could have possibly had. While it was still bad, don't get me wrong, it was still nowhere near as bad as it could have been if I didn't put in as much work beforehand that I did. I thought it was just my calf, but the next day after the race, my right hip socket, where my right thigh bone connects into socket and my hip, was cooked. I couldn't even lift my leg. It was very, very bad. So just like I said when I had first finished the race, that the first 4 miles were the hardest, because there was it literally felt like somebody punched me in the back of my leg 3 different times, and after each pop there was a very piercing pain after each one of them. It was enough to where I was looking behind me, it would pop, and then I'd look behind me and look, because it literally felt like someone chunked a rock at my leg. All I know is that it hurt really bad. So come up to mile 3, 4, my body was kind of telling me from that to quit, because I don't know too much about the anatomy of the calf. After I felt what I felt, 1, I know that I've never felt that before, and 2, what happens if I keep on going? I truly didn't know that if I keep on going, I will rip my calf completely, and have to go to the hospital and have surgery and stuff. I had no idea what was going to happen, but what I did know was that I was not going to stop. And by that point I had decided that that's what it would take to get me off of this tarmac, to get me off of this race. My leg will literally have to be inoperable for me to finally step out of this race. Actually came up with what is now my favorite saying, because it's the saying that got me through the whole race, because I knew that if I was to stop, it would lock up. Like that would be it. If I was to stop and let my muscle cool down in any way, I knew that was going to be it. So I kept on telling myself that I'm going to deal with the pain now and suffer later. And that was my mantra through the whole 13.1. So even my little warm up trot that I was trying to do so I didn't start the race cold hurt. I was in pain then, and it was at that point where I was like, oh man, this is going to be really bad. So what I was talking about earlier in this video is just how important that training really was leading up to the race for all those months, was because I had paid enough attention to my form. Like on my easy days, yeah, my pace was easy, but I didn't take it as an off day. So I still focused on my form, made sure I had good ground contact, make sure I was very aware of where I was landing, whether it was heel, midfoot, or forefoot, and acted accordingly. You know what I mean? So if that was what I wanted to do, I did it. If it wasn't what I wanted to do, I corrected it. And I focused on holding the exact form that I wanted. So if it wasn't all those months of training my mind and my body to do exactly what I wanted, then I wouldn't, oh God, that bug almost flew into my face. Then I wouldn't have been able to hold that form the way that I did for the 13.1 miles to begin with, because I knew for a fact that if you run further up on your midfoot to forefoot, that's what's activating your calf. And if you run back towards the hill, it's not activating your calf as much, but you're going to have more knee strain and joint strain. But I'm so happy that I had the self-awareness and the running knowledge, the form knowledge, to be able to know exactly what I needed to do to make it through that marathon. So, that's the biggest thing. Like I had the knowledge of my own self that I had built up over the years to know what I needed to do in order to make it to the end. Given the condition that my body was in, I knew exactly what I needed to do to make it to the end. And not only did I know it, but I executed and I made it under my time that I was going for. I was going for 2 hours and in pain the whole time with a sprained calf. I made it, in my official chip time was 1 hour and 53, and my Corals time was 1 hour and 52. Like, I cannot be mad at that at all. Luckily, I trained through the summer like that. I think, I truly believe that that's what saved me here. Because if it would have been me having to deal with the strained calf and the agonizing pain from that, plus gasping for breath or feeling like I was breathing through a straw, or if like seriously, if my anaerobic base wouldn't have been what it was for me consistently putting in that work leading up to the race, I wouldn't have made it. Like if it would have been me being out of breath and having to focus on because the only thing I could focus on was the pain. So if I would have had to take attention off of my form and put it more onto my breathing, because I was out of breath and I couldn't breathe, I didn't have enough to do both. So I'm so grateful, thank God, that the whole race I may have been in pain from my calf, but I did not feel like I was outside of my fitness at all, which is crazy, because once again, I was running at a pace that I had never ran before. It was unprecedented to me. So I'm just so grateful. I'm so grateful to God that he got me through. And I'm also thankful to myself for waking up and putting in those early mornings and being gassed out during my training. So came race day, I was good. I'm telling you, if there was another factor that I would have had to deal with on top of that injury, I wouldn't have made it. Still focusing on recovery. Now taking this whole week off. This was my B race. The Philadelphia race was my B race. And I was supposed to hop right back into training this week. Obviously, I'm not taking it light. I'm not taking nothing. I mean, I'm just now able to walk. I'm not trying to run right now at all. Because I'm doing the Rocky Run in November. So I got to be back on top of my A game, which reminds me, I'm not going to throw his name out there because I'm not just throwing people out there, but I want to say shout out. One guy actually walked up to me at the end of the race and was like, hey man, I watch your YouTube, which is funny because I now only have 3 subscribers. I had 2. And he's the 3rd. He's the one that subscribed to me. And just the fact that he was there to see me, it was a huge boost. And just everything. People actually see this. And I want to say props to him because I'm put up our photo, number one, dope, amazing energy, him, everybody there at the finish line, my fiance, everybody, amazing energy. But I want to give him props. He ran a 1:23. That was his chip time. Man, I'm striving to be like you, brother. But look out for me. It may not be next year, but definitely the year after that, guaranteed. I'm gonna be right up there with you, man. That's literally the speeds that I'm trying to get to. I want to get to an hour and 30 and less. So like you're a very big inspiration to me. Thank you for giving me that shout out, and thank you just for showing up and being an inspiration for me. And I hope to see you at the Rocky Run later on this year. I'll be there. Hope to see you there too. I'm gonna be 100%, knock on wood, God willing, for the Rocky Run, the Rocky Half Marathon, coming up in November. And now I have a PR to beat. So come Rocky Run, I'm hoping to do sub 150. And judging from what I just ran, I should be able to, because I'm quite curious if I can run a 152 from Koros on a hurt leg. I want to see what I can do at full 100%, man. So I'm excited. All the training paid off. For anyone who trained through the summer, props to you. I hope you got to see the same results, because it's skyrocketed my fitness, man. And we're going to keep on grinding. We're going to keep on getting at it. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Praise the Lord. And beautiful people, have a good day. Be safe out there. Keep on running. Focus on your health. And love the people around you. Peace.